Okay, hello, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I want to thank you for joining me. If you're a part of the Stew Crew community or have been following my channel for a minute, I want to say thank you for staying with me. I know it has been a minute since I have posted. I had to go and look at my old uploaded YouTube videos, and it has officially been a month since the last installment of my Reclaim Your Rhythm series. And no, I have been MIA, so let me just do the spiel. My name is Amber Stewart, aka Jenny Jaguar, and I am the owner of the Stew Project, where I help busy professionals maximize their living potential by simply taking an emphasis on wellness. For over 12 years, I have been working as a personal trainer, exercise physiologist, helping busy professionals reach their body goals. But one thing I noticed is that they often try to use exercise to sweat out their personal problems, or when they try to get consistent, things in their personal life will keep them from being that way. And so after realizing that I was doing the same thing in my life, I created a 4-step framework to help overcome roadblocks in any area of my life, and now I coach others on how to do the same. So today we are going to get into 5 mindsets that we need to leave in 2025, 2026, and I'll tell you why. I have been inspired to talk to y'all today. Usually I'm talking about emotions or habits and this and that, but now we are straight. Well, we kind of started talking about that stuff, but I am coming from a health coach standpoint or a nutritionist standpoint today, because the other day, well, literally yesterday, and I almost recorded it last night, but I was too tired to record this video. But anywho, yesterday, if any of y'all don't know, I work for a gym that's located in a hospital, and we were invited to do to be a vendor at the Mississippi Department of Mental Health's open enrollment plan. And let me tell you, I never seen so many people so put on a big extravaganza or event just for signing up for insurance. And I don't know, I have kind of mixed feelings. One thing I think is like, oh man, you get all these perks for working this job. But then on the other hand, it's like, why do you need so much? Like, I don't know. From the hospital standpoint, I can see a lot of the nurses and a lot of the hospital employees. Granted, we don't go to that great lengths to do insurance, but when it is time to enroll, they do have all these perks, and they do give people the opportunity to win up to $300 in the stipends when they get a wellness check. But from my observation, a lot of the hospital workers are out of shape, and they just have they're not in good health, I'm gonna be honest with you. And they have joint issues, they have high blood pressure, diabetes. Even doctors who have had cancer diagnosis and have overcome cancer, they still have a hard time being consistent and coming into the gym, because they use, which is something I'm going to talk about, which is one of the habits we don't leave in 2025, which is why we're talking today. And so you see how I'm just going on a 3-minute tangent, which is why I usually use a teleprompter. But anywho, so there are certain habits and that I was surprised at the Department of Health that some people still have. One particular, for example, when we first got, when all the people came in to the Mississippi Department of Mental Health, DMH, I'm gonna say DMH, got to the DMH event, the hostess, the lady, I don't remember the titles, but anyway, she had all the vendors go up and present themselves and what we're offering. I wasn't prepared, I didn't know anything, so I just told them, I was like, hey, my name is Amber Stewart, I am a representative of the hospital gym that I'm working at, and we offer I'm at this table. We'll be offering free body fat and BMI screenings, and then you hear over the whole room like, and like, oh, I don't want to know those numbers. Like, why would I want to know that information? Like, I already know it's bad. And another thing, that is one mindset that we're gonna touch it. We were in line to get food, and there was a lady behind me, and the server was like, she first asked me, do you want tea? We had tea. Do you want sweet or unsweetened? I was like, if I want tea, I'm gonna give it sweet tea. So I said sweet tea. The lady behind me is like, oh, I don't want any tea. And so then it got time for the sides. She was like, do you want a roll or a cornbread? I was like, I want cornbread. And so then the lady behind me, she was like, don't even ask me that question. Don't ask me that question. I don't even want to look at it. And so then she looked down. She was like, wait, is that jalapeno in the cornbread? Are those peppers in the cornbread? Give me a little piece of cornbread. It's a small piece. It's a small piece. And so these are some of the things that I want to discuss today, because these mindsets and mentalities are exactly why some people stay stuck. You know, you can't improve what you can't measure, and you can't reclaim your health if you don't know where you're starting. So today's video is meant to lovingly call some of us out and pull us up, because 2026 is literally right around the corner, and we're not walking into it with the same habits that have been holding us hostage. So let's talk about the 5 habits we are leaving behind. Number 1, which is demonizing carbs or feeling guilty for eating them. Okay, so I know this is a big one, so let's just go and get it out the way. First and foremost, carbs are not the enemy. They're actually your brain's preferred fuel source. Carbs help regulate your mood, stabilize your energy, and support healthy workouts. But fortunately, somewhere along the way, a lot of people started treating carbs like a moral failure. It's like, ugh, I ate bread. I'm a horrible person. Oh my God, pasta. Life isn't good. Or you pick up a sweet potato and sit and you're like, I'm a dirty girl. So let's clear this all up once and for all. Your body needs carbs. Carbs are literally the first source of energy your body uses, and especially during movement. They fuel your muscles, your nervous system, and most importantly, your brain, which runs primarily on glucose. When you avoid carbs long term, several things start to happen. Your metabolism slows down. You have less energy, especially during workouts. Your cravings and binge episodes increase. Your mood becomes unstable. Your anxiety symptoms get worse. And your body starts breaking down protein or muscle as backup fuel. You also feel foggy or irritable or overwhelmed. And many people don't realize this, but chronic carb restriction is often the reason why they can't lose weight. And this is simply because the body thinks it's in survival mode. So it's trying to hold on to as many calories as possible. So no carbs are not the problem, but lacking understanding around carbs. That's the problem. Now, we need to leave this mindset in 2025, because demonizing carbs keeps you stuck in a restrictive mindset that disrupts your hormones, your mood, and your relationship with food. It keeps you cycling between being good and falling off instead of creating sustainable habits that allow you to eat the food that you enjoy. Now, instead, we need to replace this with carb literacy, not fear. I'm talking balanced plates, whole food sources, understanding portions, matching your carb intake to your lifestyle and activity levels. Now, this is something I break down in depth inside my Diets Don't Work ebook, which is a standalone resource, but I also have my Mind Body Mastery course, which includes my Nutrition Guide ebook, which goes more in depth in the carbs. And it'll help you break the cycle of confusion, guilt, and constant starting over in as little as 8 weeks. So more descriptions about that in the description box. But for now, just know that carbs are not the villain. You just need to learn how to work with them properly. And when you do, your fitness journey will get a lot easier. Now, habit 2 is that all or nothing mentality. This one right here, this one is taking multiple people down every single time. Now, this is that idea of, I'll start back when work slows down, when life calms down, or when the kids get older, when the holidays are over, Meanwhile, life ain't slowing down. And here's the news flash. Motivation doesn't show up before you act. It usually comes after you take the first step. And so what a lot of people don't understand is that even a 10-minute walk counts, a half workout counts, stretching counts. And we need to leave this in 2025 because all or nothing mindset keeps you doing nothing. So imagine how much progress you would have made in your fitness journey if you found 15 minutes a day to do something active, whether it be wall push-ups while you're waiting in an elevator or doing a set of 20 squats every time you get done using the restroom, compared to doing nothing. Now, it may not seem like doing much, but those little bursts of movements will compound over time, helping you to gain the energy to do more over time. So instead of this all or nothing mentality, like, I'll do it later, we need to replace it with something is better than nothing mentality. So have a daily minimum, micro habits, doing the next small step instead of waiting for the perfect conditions. Sound easy enough? I didn't think about that. Now, habit 3 is avoiding fitness assessments or just not knowing your numbers. I know this one is tender, but I love y'all enough to say this because avoiding your numbers does not protect you. It prolongs the problem. Whether it's your body fat percentage, BMI, waist circumference, aerobic endurance, physical strength, blood sugar, cholesterol. Some people don't want to know, but unfortunately, avoidance isn't a health strategy. It's actually a coping mechanism. But, let's go dig into this a little deeper because this habit goes deeper than fitness. Because avoiding assessments is essentially avoiding truth and accountability. Many people only want to be seen when they're doing something right, but they don't want their shortcomings, blind spots, or areas for improvement highlighted. And that mindset doesn't just impact your fitness journey, it bleeds into every other area of your life. In your career, it could look like you're afraid to apply for a promotion, present an idea, or step into a leadership role because you're scared of how you'll be perceived or evaluated. So you shrink, you stay comfortable, you stay unseen. Or maybe you avoid performance reviews or feedback because you'd rather not know what needs improvement. Now, in your relationships, it may look like you stay in unfulfilling connections because confronting the truth would require change. Or perhaps you avoid hard conversations because you don't want to hear feedback about your patterns. Now, when it comes to personal growth, you may delay goals, projects, and dreams because deep down, you fear you're not ready or you're not qualified. But you never test that theory. You just assume. And in all of these areas, the same thing happens. Avoidance steals your breakthroughs. So I don't even know why I have to mention this, but why are we leaving this in 2025? Because avoiding the truth keeps you in survival mode. And avoidance keeps you stuck in the dark. It keeps you repeating cycles. Avoidance also keeps your confidence low because you're never giving yourself the chance to improve. So when you refuse to measure the starting point, you also rob yourself of the chance to measure your progress. You can't reclaim your rhythm or your power if you're afraid of data. Data is not judgment, it's actually feedback, y'all. So instead of avoiding your health numbers or avoiding getting your fitness assessments, we need to replace this with health awareness and emotional maturity. So this includes knowing your numbers, knowing your patterns, knowing where you stand in your health, your mindset, your energy, your habits, and your relationships. Because once you know where you are, you can intentionally choose where you want to go. And if you need help, this is why a health coach can help you at whatever level that you're in. Now, habit 4 is using business as identity. And so this is probably one of the sneakiest habits of all, because some people wear stress like a badge of honor because somewhere along the way, hustle became the new proof of self-worth. You know, it's like if you ain't struggling, people think you aren't working hard enough. But here's the hidden cost. Being constantly busy keeps you disconnected from your inner wisdom. It keeps you reactive instead of intentional. It keeps you from slowing down long enough to notice what's not working in your life. And even scarier, busyness becomes a buffer from emotional discomfort. So you stay busy so you don't have to sit with your thoughts, confront misalignment, acknowledge burnout, admit you need help, and even see that something in your life needs to change. So we are leaving busyness as a personality trait because this is often a trauma response disguised as productivity. We're not meant to live in constant crisis mode. You're not meant to be running on fumes. And busyness is not the same as being fulfilled. So don't let your boss or anybody else think that you're not working hard because they don't see you working hard. Instead of busyness, we need to replace it with intentional action and aligned priorities. So asking questions like, does this task move me closer to who I'm becoming? Or will adding this task on my plate move me closer to the stress-less lifestyle I desire? Now, using boundaries to filter distractions, allowing yourself to rest without guilt, recognizing that quiet seasons are not punishment, they're preparation, are all ways you can be intentional with your actions instead of allowing busyness to keep you from your breakthroughs. Finally,
habit number 5
is exercising only when you feel like it. Let's all take a deep breath, because I promise you this habit has taken out more fitness goals than junk food could ever. Now, if you only exercise when you feel like it, you will barely exercise. I would barely exercise. And this is because motivation is inconsistent. Your schedule is inconsistent. Life is inconsistent. But discipline is the bridge between intention and transformation. And unfortunately, a lot of people wait to feel ready, not realizing that their nervous system is conditioned to choose comfort over growth. So that I don't feel like it is often just emotional overwhelm, fear of failure, fear of discomfort, nervous system resistance, perfectionism, or not wanting to face how out of shape you might feel. This may be a test. When you feel like it's going to be close for you to do that goal, see how your energy drops. And we need to leave this in 2025, because tying your workouts to your mood instead of your goal keeps you stuck. You stay inconsistent, your progress feels slow, your confidence drops, and every time you stop, it becomes harder to start again. So instead, replace it with nervous system friendly routines and consistency anchored in purpose. So scheduling workouts like appointments, choosing movement that matches your emotional state, using movement as a way to recenter, not punishment, lowering the barrier to exercise, because there are many ways to get your physical activity minutes in, and also connecting workouts to your future self, not your current mood. Because we have to remember that consistency doesn't come from feeling motivated. It comes from honoring your commitments, even on days you don't feel like it. This is something I go deeper in with my one-on-one coaching clients and in my Mind Body Mastery course. Now that I have listed the 5 things that I implore you to leave in 2025, let me tell you what I am bringing to my channel in 2026. So if you've been following this channel since the very beginning, then you may remember me posting workout videos, and I decided to bring it back. So not only will I be posting some of my favorite workouts that I do personally, plus ones that my clients enjoy, but I will also be posting full-length Pilates workouts, which will be either pre-recorded in my living room or live streamed in my small group fitness classes. So my members at the gym, they always remind me all the time how much they feel it when they skip a class, and a lot of them have telling me how much their doctors and acupuncturists and physical therapists can tell a difference from my classes. So you're gonna see me post these videos here. I don't feel like making a whole other channel about it. You know, it's here. You subscribe. If you don't want to see them, unsubscribe. Yeah. So if any of these habits hit home for you, don't feel bad. This isn't a sign of failure. It's a sign of awareness. And what awareness is step 1 to transformation. So if you're ready for more support, guidance, and accountability, please check out the description box for more info about resources that I offer, including my Mind Body Mastery course, which is perfect for rebuilding habits and creating consistency in 8 weeks or less, depending on how you want to work it. I also offer one-on-one coaching, personalized support for fitness, stress, nutrition, and mindset. And then there are my online fitness programs, which have early bird specials going on now, which you can read about in the description box below. Now, I've also created a new freebie, which is a mental health, diet, and exercise cheat sheet. So you can check that out in the description box below. Thank you so much for joining me. I will talk to y'all later.